What is up? What is up? What is up, folks? How y'all doing? Time to get the weekend going here with last-minute betting with the Sports Nuts, brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company for sports bettors worldwide. Hey, don't forget to like the show, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I got to tell you about the Onyx, BetMGM, and Fanatics links that are in the description below in the YouTube channel. Onyx has a deal. Deposit $10, get $100 worth of free bets for new users. They're $425 free bets, and I'll tell you what I got one of mine on tonight here in a few minutes. Live chat's available. Appreciate it if you all would join in the chat and give us your opinions on things and ask some questions about sports betting. We are live on Twitch, live on YouTube, live on X, and once again, live chat is available. So there we go. One thing I did want to say, I'll tell you what I've got a $25 bet on today. If it comes through, I win, I think, 90-something bucks. Hello, Brandon. I don't know what you mean there.
Why do you want a low taper fade?
I have no idea. But I can tell you this. This is what I'm on tonight. I'm going to take the over in the first two games tonight in the NFL. Preseason, Lions, Falcons, Browns, Panthers over 33.5. And I think on both of them, I think is what my play is. Bottom line is what I'm looking for I'm looking for a little payday out of my free bet. You can do two things with a free bet, folks. You can either gamble or you can turn them in to turn them into actual money, with no risk. I like to gamble. That's just who I am. So on Onyx. So that 33.5 for both games. The over so far has hit in the first four preseason games. If you all knew last year, the over hit quite a bit. And last year was the first year. I'm sorry, I'm going to win $66 tonight. I think I was going to be 90-something if I took the over on all three games. Hey, Mike, what do you think? Over on all three games tonight, or I'm taking the first two for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I really don't.
Okay, I'm going to take the first two.
I don't know about all three of them.
Okay.
Last night, though, underdogs come through. We had Ravens plus. Did we have +6 is what we ended up getting?
Yeah.
And then we had Seattle +5.5.
Hello, Tristan. Okay. That's
thought about the Eagles, too, last night. I'm not going to lie. I thought about adding the Eagles +6.5.
Should I get a low taper fade, Mike? That's Wilkins says that's what the kids got today. Okay.
No, don't be like the cool kids today are not cool. That's my suggestion to you.
I have no idea what the hell it is, and
just look it up. Look it up, would you?
No, I say
Orlando. That's why I can't come on.
I say stick to what works for you, Jonathan. Yeah. Stick what works for you. Don't try to venture off into.
Oh, okay. I got you. Be a low taper fade. That's what that is. I didn't know they called it that.
Well, yeah, it's G's. Yeah, Z-Gen stuff. Hey, Bob.
Well, yeah, I you know what? Maybe I'll get a low taper fade.
That looked pretty terrible on you. No offense. Pretty terrible.
No,
Well,
Bob,
I wouldn't have enough on top.
Well, exactly. That's the point. That's why it's not really. You don't see many old guys with that haircut. There's a reason.
Brandon, Valley Bet account was empty, but then the other day I got a $5 free bet for my birthday. Now that account is over $100. Way to go! Yeah, well, you're anything but normal, Tristan. Fun fact: my sister once did Justin Tucker's hair.
nice.
Okay.
Well, maybe not so nice.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Maybe not so nice. Actually,
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, maybe not.
This is going to turn into a barbershop discussion on a sports betting show. That's
Oh no, I'm just trying to figure out what a low taper fade is real quick. Now I got it. There it is.
Yeah.
That's my new look coming your way.
Yeah, the massage parlor, exactly. Yeah.
All right. So what do we like tonight? What out of the first 4 games, the overs hit every time, like I said. Looks like dogs are coming through too, right?
Yeah, underdogs are covering, and 2 of the games they won. Of course, that Raiders-Seahawks game was a tie, but underdog came through. We had Seattle plus 5.5, so that was nice. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth diving into and looking and seeing kind of what's going on here tonight.
All right. I'm going to share my screen real quick, unless you want to.
Now, I was just looking at some of the liquidity coming in right now. On some of these games.
Yeah, he's talking about in these exchanges.
Yeah. Got some money coming in on Washington tonight to the plus 6.5. That's interesting.
Is Drake May starting tonight? That is named Drake May.
That's a good question. I mean, to be honest with you, didn't even pay attention to most of that last night. I mean, Joe Burrow starts last night for Cincinnati. You would think, well, you bet the Bengals, right? Nope, not the play. Last night, Indianapolis, they start Richardson. Of course, he didn't really play that much at all. What he won one series, 2 for 3, 21 yards. I mean, he was hardly in there. But, I mean, I don't think any of that really matters a whole lot, to be honest with you. Let's see if there's any.
So I was talking to Randall earlier, Mike, and I said this McKee kid had 20-something fantasy points last night, and that's the backup quarterback in Philly, and he had 20 of 25 for 252 yards and 2 TDs. Was sacked twice. He had 28 fantasy points. Randall tells me he's a stud.
Yeah. I mean, he certainly, could have some ability. He's not going to get much, opportunities there in Philadelphia, but
No.
I mean, he's a big quarterback. Not sure how athletic he is, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if he's more of a pocket passer or if he's got some ability to, to use his legs or not. But yeah, I mean, certainly a good game for him last night for sure. Yeah, I mean, as far as tonight goes, let's see here.
I'm just trying to look at a couple things just to see. I got 12 training camp practices in. Yeah, looks like they're going to be looking at a lot of rookies. I don't see anything about May starting this, so I think he's not.
Yeah,
I think he's not. There's a lot of people out there that think he's going to be a very good quarterback. Don't really know enough about him. He hasn't really had any weapons at all.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Tristan's got the Braves money line tonight at plus 140. And do we like Diamondbacks over 1.5 home runs? Oh, my God, they're playing Colorado, aren't they?
Yes.
Might be that. Honestly, that might be a play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It may be a play. Matter of fact, there could be some home runs in that game by both teams because Gallen is known to give up the deep ball. He's at the top of the league in terms of home runs given up this year. So you may even see somebody on Colorado hit one out. Maybe Tovar, Moniak, maybe. Goodman, I don't know. But yeah, I'd probably see some home runs in that game tonight for sure. No doubt.
You don't have me a guaranteed home run tonight, do you?
No, I don't ever have a guaranteed home run. Although I will say the last handful of picks I've made, I've been pretty consistent. The problem is I haven't given a home run pick for a while, so maybe I'm a little rusty going
Justin,
this route.
You got any home run guys tonight?
I don't know. Let me check.
I'm just wondering if you had anybody. I mean, I actually like the idea in that Diamondbacks game.
What, over 1.5 home runs?
No, just finding somebody in there. I've got a no sweat bet for home runs tonight. Up to $10.
I mean,
you got options. You got options there.
Seems like you always get these free bets over on whatever sportsbook.
Well, it's not a free bet; it's a no sweat. So it's in DK.
That's why I don't know what it is.
Right. Yeah. That's why.
Why?
Marte, Carroll, Gurriel. Marte and Carroll. Who were you saying, Mike? Moniak.
Oh, I was talking about somebody from Colorado, but Moniak, Tovar.
He's a Moniak. Oh, that's
Maniac. I would probably lean towards Moniak. Honestly, I would probably lean towards him, but man, I tell you, it's tough picking somebody.
That's a $10 free bet, and it's plus 600.
Moniak is. I mean,
yeah.
If you want to see if I still got a little bit of magic left here, it's been a while, so I mean, certainly having Gallen on the mound makes you feel pretty good. Moniak bats left-handed, so
okay.
I mean, again, it could happen.
When's the last time he homered?
That I don't know.
He's a Moniak.
Mickey Moniak. Probably not much against Toronto because they got smoked in that 3-game series against Toronto.
Okay, he did not have a home run against the Blue Jays, and obviously hasn't batted tonight. God darn it. I'd like to see
Last home run would have been against Pittsburgh. The last game of that Pittsburgh series, he did homer.
Okay. All right. $10. It's a no sweat bet. So if I lose, I get $10. Free bet, and I'll just bet it on a parlay or something. All right.
Brandon,
I'm doing it.
Question here. Is there a minimum probability that you look for on the EV page when looking for a home run pick? No, not with a home run pick. I'm not really looking at my probability a whole lot there, to be honest with you, because most of them are pretty, not probable anyway. And to be honest with you, the ones that seem like they're the more likely to happen, usually they don't come through with my experience. You go with somebody that you
go ahead.
No, I was going to say you go with somebody that you think has a pretty high probability, and you end up not getting it. So I'm okay with sometimes taking some of those longer shot guys when there's value there, for sure.
Mike, did you hear about your Chargers injury?
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, and it's no surprise. That happens every year, it seems like, to that team. Somebody goes down, that they are going to need to rely on. And a lot of times it seems to be offensive linemen. Have a lot of bad luck with offensive linemen, that team does. Even going back to when Rivers was quarterback, it always seemed like somebody got hurt and it screwed up everything for their rotation and everything. And, they're never able to recover from it. And Herbert's not exactly, he's got some athleticism, but let's face it, he's a pocket passer, through and through. He can move a little bit, don't get me wrong, but he's a pocket passer, and you need to be able to protect him and let him stand in the pocket, climb up in the pocket when need be, and make throws. And if their offensive line is going to be, in shambles, then that's not good news for him.
Here's their move. Alt will be shifted to left tackle.
Yeah.
And Trey Pipkins, the third, will be slotted in at right tackle. Of course, Alt was a stud at Notre Dame at left tackle. So,
he's going back to a position he's very familiar with. So that is good. The problem I have with it, I don't necessarily think that the problem is now they can't experience any type of other injury here. Because then you're really screwed up. They're already, it's just going to be tough losing Slater. It really is.
Guardians, Tigers, Cubs, Diamondbacks, Giants money line.
Woo. I'm probably definitely on the Cubs tonight. Boyd's on the mound. I would lean towards the Cubs. Diamondbacks, they probably should win. Detroit. Yeah. There's a lot of juice. These are juiced money lines here. How those seem to go. It seems like seems like every time we go with one of those minus 200, 250, 280 money line parlays, we end up getting burned. So,
okay.
They all look good. They're certainly all pretty heavily favored to win. Washington has been playing pretty bad lately, so Giants should take care of them.
Back to the NFL here real quick. Real quick. I was watching the NFL Network the other day, and they had a discussion about Justin Herbert. And one of the problems that these guys, I can't remember who was on the panel talking. I know, what's his name? The running back from the Jaguars. Maurice Jones-Drew.
Maurice Jones-Drew.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have the opinion that Justin Herbert needs to learn when a play is dead, that the mistakes he makes is because he's trying to extend plays that are not extendable, meaning that sometimes he should just take the sack and sometimes he should just throw the ball away.
Well, he does take some sacks sometimes that I don't like, to be honest with you. I would rather just throw the ball away myself, but I mean, I could see that a little bit. You see it happen sometimes with him.
You got bigger problems than that, though. That's like, it's a very menial, or not very minimal, a problem that you got with whether it's Herbert or this Chargers roster. I mean,
it has nothing to do with the roster right now. It has to do with Herbert in general in his career.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like with Herbert, Herbert has more important things to focus on with his game rather than just knowing when to not extend a play or when to extend.
He needs to know when to eat the ball. Any good quarterback's got to know that, And you know what? His predecessor, I was listening to Philip Rivers, which one of the greatest interviews I think I've ever heard on the Colin Cowherd show on the Herd the other day. And Rivers he said, you know what? I made mistakes, but I'm going to tell you one thing right now. He said, when I went out on the field, everybody knew I was giving 110%, and I had
absolutely.
And I had my head in the game. The
Sure.
one thing I thought was interesting is,
look,
once Antonio Gates became a weapon, they had a thing. There were options, and the last option was always Gates. I mean, like always. They even had it in the play. I can't remember exactly what they called it, but, invariably, he said because no linebacker could cover him, and a lot of strong safeties and free safeties had problems covering him too. But it was a great interview. If you get a chance, watch it. It's probably replayed on YouTube.
The thing with Rivers, though, he took some average receivers and made them good. Malcolm Floyd was not anybody that you expected to be a big time receiver. He helped make Malcolm Floyd a hell of a receiver. Vincent Jackson coming up. I mean, Vincent Jackson was nobody. There's not a person that's going to say, "Oh yeah, coming out of college, I knew he was going to be a stud."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
right? No.
Always had a tendency of doing that.
I do think though that people give Philip Rivers too much of a pass, though. I mean,
why?
Well, I mean, everybody wants to blame all these. They're like, this quarterback's not clutch. You can't say like, oh, this player didn't have enough weapons, this, that. But we always say that about Rivers, though. That's what.
So he bounced Peyton Manning in the playoffs twice. He lost to Brady in an AFC championship game where he had a torn ACL. LaDainian Tomlinson did not play. Antonio Gates was hurt. The guy had to play in the AFC with the Mannings and the Bradys.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
there's another Rivers coming. I want to tell you this. He's got a son who is the starting quarterback at this Alabama high school that Rivers happens to be coaching. His name is Gunnar Rivers. What a name for a quarterback. And he's probably going to go to some place like NC State or Wyoming. Rivers went to NC State because those schools, you know what? It used to be years ago if you went to USC or Ohio State as a quarterback, man, that was a great pedigree. Not anymore. Schools like Wyoming and NC State are pumping out guys that are ready because they've got the game experience. They're playing more games. Philip Rivers, before he played a down in the NFL, had played 50 college games. That's huge. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, I don't. It helps.
Well, I don't know. I still think, though, like if Eli Manning doesn't get in the Hall of Fame, then I also think the same should be said about Phillip Rivers too. That's just my opinion, but
I think Eli Manning will get in the
Eli Manning's going to get in the Hall of Fame, and so will Rivers. Just going to take time. Just like Torrey Holt's going to. Look how long it took Sterling Sharp.
Well, and Rivers has got better numbers than Manning.
Yeah.
He played for, I mean, there's a reason Eli Manning didn't want to go to the Chargers. It's a dysfunctional organization.
Yeah.
You know, Ben Roethlisberger gets drafted to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers always know what they're doing. You know, the Giants, a storied franchise, always know what they're doing.
I don't know about the Steelers knowing what they're doing the last couple of years.
Well, they've had issues yet. They have had issues, but
Justin Fields,
organization, let me finish, please. As an organization, they have been one of the greatest franchises in all of football. So if you get drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers, probably a good thing. You know, you're going to win football. You're going to a winning football organization.
Let's get to bats real quick. The dogs would be the Reds and the Royals if you want to put them in. Do you want to put them in, Mike?
Reds tonight?
Yeah, the Reds are dogs tonight.
No, they're not. They're favored.
Oh, they are? Well, then I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, they're favored right now. Maybe they were earlier today. Okay. I don't know.
And he's the Rockies game over 9 or 9.5. I would definitely say yes to that.
I'd definitely take the over in that game. Yeah.
Yeah. No two ways about it.
I definitely would.
I don't know. I don't give Phillip Rivers a pass. That's my point.
But, well, I don't know how. I'm not.
What pass are we giving?
I know. I don't know what pass he gets. He did. I mean, because he didn't win
giving a pass to.
Well, not Phillip Rivers. I'm not. He had
Why
you better not give Justin Herbert a pass.
Yeah,
I mean, no, I'm not.
You better not give Aaron Rodgers a pass.
No, he doesn't. No, and there's another example. He got drafted by the Packers. You know what I mean? Like sometimes where you get drafted matters. You know, you go to a shit organization. I mean, that it hurts you. If Aaron Rodgers
say whatever you want to about the Packers, man, the Packers were
100%.
10 times the organization that the Chargers have been.
I'd say better than the Chargers, yeah.
No, not even remotely close. The Chargers are a shitty organization because of the Spanos family.
Exactly.
You
know? Oh, yeah, he sucks.
He's horrible.
I mean,
if Aaron Rodgers gets drafted by the Chargers, doesn't win a Super Bowl. If Peyton Manning gets drafted by the Chargers, doesn't win a Super Bowl, man. It just doesn't happen.
Think about this. The Chargers have had arguably one of the greatest tight ends ever. They've had arguably one of the greatest running backs ever. They've had arguably one of the greatest middle linebackers ever, Junior Seau. And they have arguably had a Hall of Fame quarterback. They screwed so many things up over the years, it's ridiculous. And part of the reason is they couldn't build a defensive line and they couldn't build an offensive line.
Part of the reason is you fired a coach after a 14-2 season and replaced him with Norv Turner.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I mean, 2006, they had one of the most complete teams in the league. I mean, you talk about, and it comes back again with Bob, the offensive line, the defensive line. It's like,
I mean,
their offensive line was, suspect for a lot of years.
It's always been. Why do you think? You cannot have an immobile quarterback stand behind an immobile offensive line. It's a recipe for disaster. I've seen it too many times. Yeah. Too many times, man.
The difference in that game against New England in 2006 was flat out. New England had an unbelievable defense. They had an unbelievable defense.
Well, you still had Ty Law there. You had Willie McGinnis.
And then
who was the big defensive lineman, Mike? Vince
Seymour?
Wilfork.
I think this was before Wilfork was there.
Was it before Wilfork? Then Seymour. Yeah, Richard Seymour.
Well, I mean, also don't forget though, they missed a kick to tie the game at the last second. And I mean, one of the best offenses though, you only score 17 points on the on the Patriots, I mean, that's not going to get the job done.
You know what? I watched that happen in the first Super Bowl.
Here's the thing. Bill Belichick did that to everybody. Yeah. He made the best offenses look average, and they scored 21 points in that loss in 2006 to New England.
They did that to the greatest. 21. They did that to arguably the greatest offense ever in the history of pro football. No team had ever scored 500 points 3 years in a row. The St. Louis Rams, and Belichick did it to them in the fucking Super Bowl, dude. You know why? Because he taught his guys how to get away with holding a guy.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Basically what they did.
Well,
don't forget, you intercepted Tom Brady, and Marlon McCree fumbled the damn football. Sometimes the Patriots always got breaks in games, man. And the Patriots, you just mentioned kicking. Yeah, the Patriots had an edge with field goal kicking because they had Adam Vinatieri, and the Chargers never had a clutch kicker. Their kickers, I mean, I don't know how many times I watched the charge against the Jets. I watched their kicker miss a field goal and blow.
What was that one skinny kicker they had? God darn it.
Nate Kading was one of them.
Yeah, no, not him. Before him. By the way, Vince Wilfork was drafted in 2004 and played 16 games that year. He was with New England in 2006. Yeah, so that's the kind of defensive line. Plus Willie McGinnis, you had all them guys coming at you. You know, that's tough. And, you know, the thing is that if LT could have played, if LT's in the game.
No, LT played this game. This game LT played.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Which the 07. He played in that one.
7. It was the other Patriots.
Okay.
AFC, this was in the divisional round. This was the
Chargers.
I have
no idea.
Yeah. Well, if the Chargers ever want to reach a Super Bowl, they got to have a team like as good or even better than the 2016. That was like the best Chargers roster ever.
They made a Super Bowl.
That was in the 80s. We're not
Stan Humphries.
No, it was in the 90s.
Yeah.
90s.
Junior Seau was on that team.
Yeah, Seau was on that team.
Yeah.
And then
Natron Means was the running back.
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
Yep.
Well, we can say that about a lot of quarterbacks, though. If we had better teams, better organizations, I mean, you know, that's with everybody. We can say that.
But the ones that win Super Bowls usually, I mean, ain't nobody winning one with the Jets and Chargers and, you know, organizations like that. It just isn't.
Oh, yeah.
There's a reason it's not happening. It's, I mean, tough to do, man. Well, you've got a dysfunctional organization and always have.
Oh, well, yeah, no question. But I don't know. I'm just pointing out there's a lot of nostalgia tards that go out there. They're like, oh, if Rivers had a better team, if Marino had a better team, we give those guys a pass. But a lot of the Hall of Famers today were like, oh, he's got to be better. He's got to be. It's like,
well, you gotta understand something about Dan Marino now, boys. Dan Marino was a hell of a passer. I mean, an unbelievable arm, boys. One that, you know, him and John Elway were two of the greatest arms I have ever seen. I'm talking about an arm. He could throw it anywhere.
Well,
be on target.
Dan Marino, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, three of the most talented quarterbacks ever. I mean.
Well, I'm talking about as a thrower. None of them compared to Marino. Marino was a stud guy, man.
I was Rodgers.
Elway broke the fingers of, who was it, Butch Johnson? I think he broke 4 or 5 fingers on Butch Johnson's hands over the years. That's how hard Elway could throw a football, okay? I've never heard of fingers getting broken by any other quarterback. Okay. Nobody had an arm like John Elway. Elway's problem is John Elway could not control his touch. So he was terrible on short passes.
Well, yeah, that's what I was you got to be able to be accurate with the football. So that's what goes into it too. So
and what came into play? he got the right coach. And Mike Shanahan developed a running game, a running style. And guess what? John Elway had back-to-back.
That matters. That ends
yeah.
up that matters. I mean, Dan Marino, didn't have the luxury that some of these other quarterbacks have. That's why he didn't win a Super Bowl. And if we're Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. Does that mean he's a better quarterback than Dan Marino? No,
Right.
God, no. It's going to happen. Great players are not going to win a Super Bowl sometimes,
Are you guys ready for this? Right now, to win the AFC conference, it's Bills, Ravens, Chiefs, Bengals, Chargers.
Well, is that after Rashawn Slater, or is that before?
I don't know. It's what's being. I just pulled it up.
Oh, that news has been long broke. The books would have already adjusted.
I would think so.
I think they got that wrong then, with him being number 5. I don't know.
Followed by Broncos, Texans, Steelers, Patriots, Dolphins.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. That's for sure.
No, not at all. Not at all. Hey,
I'm not taking a chance on any of those teams. Most of them you mentioned, I'm not taking a chance on any of them. I'm not taking a chance on the Chargers. I'm not taking a chance on the Steelers, Patriots. God, no, it ain't happening.
Mike, tell me the information you were going to give me last night about Josh Allen. How he got into college.
Oh yeah, well, nobody wanted him. Nobody wanted any part of him. They didn't think he was good enough, and he ends up going to the University of Wyoming, and ended up being a hell of a quarterback here. So props to him, and it just goes to show you some of these people don't know what the hell they're doing, or know what they're talking about. So
when I see Josh Allen, I don't think of him as a quarterback. I think of him as a football player. He's just one of them guys that he looks like he could probably play tight end or something like that, Oh
yeah, he's a football player, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean he's a tough dude, man.
Yep. Yeah.
Let's see. When do the Steelers play? Are they playing?
We talk about
tomorrow?
Preseason? Oh, you're talking about preseason. I have no idea.
Oh yeah, Jaguars tomorrow night.
Probably tomorrow, but
so we got Lions Falcons. We did this last night, Mike. I think we at least need to talk. We made a couple of picks. Let's just put a little parlay together and see what happens. And we can throw preseason games in here. I haven't seen who is playing their starters and who isn't. The Lions 3.5. Lions are favored. I know that I don't think Penix is playing tonight, and I don't know whether Kirk Cousins is playing. Kirk Cousins is still on that roster, correct?
I don't think so.
No.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure. You're wrong.
Maybe, yeah, he might be. Maybe he is. Maybe he is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he still is. Hello.
Okay, yeah, he is. I had to think about it.
Yeah, I thought he was. Yeah. So,
he is, though.
I mean, you got a quarterback battle there because, Cousins ain't going to go down without a fight. That's why I like the over in this game. But one of them's playing. But that's my pick. But then again, what's Detroit going to do? I mean, I think I kind of like Atlanta tonight. What do you think?
I don't really have much of a feel on this game, to be honest with you. The one I'm kind of looking at potentially.
Okay.
Maybe taking Cleveland plus 5.5.
Okay. I could see that. Even though Bryce Young's going to start. But,
I know, but Joe Burrow started last night for
that's
Cincinnati. I mean, it's not like they're,
Yeah.
It's only
I
going
can get them at +6 too. +6, +5.5, and +6.5. You can get that on FanDuel.
Yeah, I mean, for a single bet, I would take the +6.5, but for more options for the parlay, I guess whatever you want to do.
+6. All right,
Yeah,
let's do that one. I'll throw the +6 in there. I mean, I think the Patriots are winning tonight, guys. And I think
Blue Jays another dog, Steven says. No kidding. Yeah, they're playing Dodgers on the road. Scherzer and Kershaw, huh?
That's a tough one, isn't it?
That is a tough one because Toronto has been 15 runs, 10 runs, and 20 runs in their last 3 games. You have
Colorado.
Right, but still that you have to, and then the Dodgers just lost 2 of 3 to the Cardinals. You'd like to think the Dodgers, it's probably set up for them to take this series, but I mean, you know, Toronto's offense is going to cool off being that hot.
You like Milwaukee tonight?
Yeah, that one's interesting. One's interesting, but yeah, I think I would back the Brewers.
Okay, I like Milwaukee tonight on the money line. I know Mr. Batsa had plenty of picks there. He was talking about D-backs. I mean, I actually think that's a no-brainer.
I mean, it's never a bad idea to bet against the Rockies, obviously, but you know, I don't know.
I also like the Padres tonight.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could ride that, I guess.
Okay. Let's just throw that in there and see what kind of numbers we come up with here. +6, 651. Yeah, we'll just go with that.
Okay.
We'll go with Browns +6, Brewers money line, Diamondbacks money line, Padres money line. Didn't even look at any WNBA. There's 3 games in the WNBA tonight.
Yeah.
That's on the Ion Network, folks. Liberty at Dallas, Mystics at Minnesota, and the Storm and Aces. That is actually a very interesting matchup, Mike and Justin. I almost called you Tristan, Justin.
I don't know if to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Yeah, Storm Aces. That's a big game, you know, for sure.
I'm gonna go with the Storm. I like the Storm tonight. I know they're on the road, but that's who I'm gonna pick. I've liked Seattle for a long time anyway.
Now they've lost 3 in a row, so
all the more reason to pick them tonight.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe they do bounce back.
Any other things out here with football, guys?
Nothing for me, anyway. I mean,
also back to the Chargers. I know they brought Keenan Allen back. I was getting excited about this team once they did that, but then the Rashawn Slater news came, and now I'm back to being pessimistic.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for sure. You know, and the one thing this team's have a problem with, just go look at their record against playoff teams. Not good.
Oh, I'm
not
sure.
Been good. Not been good. So,
yeah, their roster has just been like throughout the years so much inconsistency. Like the 2022 season, they should have been like one of the best rosters in football that year, but it just got so screwed up with bad decisions, injuries, and then, you know, Brandon Staley's crappy coaching. Like, oh my goodness. I mean,
you had an idiot as a coach.
Well, they've had several idiots as coaches. That's once again, the Chargers just, have never made good decisions. You know, I don't want to say never. I mean, it's, you know, they have had some good teams and some great players, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's just always been one thing or another. Either injuries, coaching, that's usually special teams.
Yeah.
You know, that's been an issue. It's nice to have a kicker right now, at least. That's kind of a good thing to see that, hey, you got a kicker you like to think you trust. But other than that, you know, it's not been good. But I think they did make the right decision in hiring Harbaugh. So
yeah,
yep.
I think
we'll see how that goes.
Went out and got a coach.
We'll see how that goes. What do you think of what is his name? DeJounte? Is that his name? Ashton DeJounte? Isn't he?
Ashton Genty.
DeJounte. Okay.
Genty.
That's right. Why did I think DeJounte? Who did he go to?
The Raiders.
Yep.
Okay. Couldn't remember. You guys think big things ahead for him?
I don't know. I really don't.
Well, I don't know either. The Raiders, they have a really weird history of just messing up high prospect running backs. You look at, Josh Jacobs, Darren McFadden. Who's another one I can think of? Even like Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson was amazing. How far in the playoffs did they go with Bo Jackson back then, Bob?
God, I don't remember, but I just remember the Monday Night Football game where he ran for 2 90-yard touchdowns, 90-yard or more touchdown runs. Never happened. And the last one, he ran into the tunnel.
Yeah, I've seen that before. Yeah, he ran so fast, his momentum carried him to the tunnel.
Yeah, and he is the one who injured himself. Went on a running play. He came down so hard that I don't know. He separated something. It screwed him up, and he was never the same after that.
I think Jacobs was a good draft pick by them myself. Jacobs' numbers don't indicate he was a failure with the Raiders. They indicate he actually statistically, he's probably one of the better running backs they've had in their history, to be honest.
He's one of the better running backs in the league right now, isn't he?
Well, but that's for another team. And he was really good in his rookie year. He was not so good in his sophomore year. And then he had some okay.
That happens a lot. We talk about sophomore slumps a lot. That happens to a lot of players. It's a real thing.
Year 2 in 2020, he had 1,065 yards, 12 touchdowns.
12 touchdowns. Yeah, it's better than his rookie year.
Yeah, his rookie year, he had 1,150 yards with 7 touchdowns.
His third year wasn't as great. He only had 872.
Yeah.
But then the next year, 1,600.
Right.
And 12 touchdowns. And then, his first year with Green Bay was definitely a big one for him. His last year with the Raiders, it was not good, very great either. Only 805 yards. But at that point, let's face it, the Raiders were a dumpster fire. So hard to blame him.
All honesty, Mike.
Then he leaves the Raiders and kills it with Green Bay. So.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. In all honesty, his second year with the Raiders, he had to carry the ball 31 more times and got less yards than the year before. Probably means their offensive line sucked. They did make the Pro Bowl that year.
Yeah.
That's weird to me, though, because I remember, just remembering from a fantasy perspective, he was a disappointment.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Well, part of that was being in them PPR leagues where, he didn't catch much out of the backfield.
No.
I guess, yeah. Maybe that's
no, but he got you touchdowns. 12 touchdowns.
That's true.
that's certainly
That's true.
That's pretty good, you know. But no, I mean, he's definitely been a heck of a running back. I mean, I like I said, if you look at the numbers, you could probably argue, if looking at the Raiders' running back history, I mean, he's going to be one of the better running backs they've ever had, honestly. You know, I mean, they had Marcus Allen, Bo Jackson. That's about, I mean, after that, not a whole lot of guys that that I would say was better than Josh Jacobs, honestly.
Yeah. Well, anyways, back to Ashton Genty. I think I'll believe it when I see it. And I mean, the Raiders' offensive line not even really that good. So.
All right.
I'm not sure about him. I'm not sure about Genty, to be honest with you.
There you go.
I got safety Genty. Like I'm French or something here.
I think he's getting too old.
I think that could be part of it. I definitely don't know if I'm ever going to have a haircut like this. I'm just saying.
Probably not.
Probably not. See y'all later. See you next week.